We have had 0 ER visits since the implementation of SafelyYou with falls inside apartments. The staff's able to look at what's caused a fall, put in interventions in place that will help prevent future falls, things that we may not have thought of prior to having the SafelyYou technology.
I think that's really part of what hits the families and what makes them so interested. How much it's reduced our sending out residents to the ER and what a dramatic effect that has on our residents, but also on the families then. Financially, they're not paying for 5 trips to the ER that month.
I think the chief benefit for us and for the resident is that it helps us determine whether or not the resident really truly needs to go out to the hospital. You know, if it's an unwitnessed fall and the resident's not, you know, a very capable reporter, if it appears it might be a risk that they had struck their head on the way down, we can't take any chances and we're gonna send them to the hospital. And if you've been to an emergency room, it's a difficult place even for people with their full cognition. It's very, very difficult for folks in memory care. So if we get to see that the fall in fact was, you know, non-injury or they lowered themselves to the floor, then we've saved them a lot of, frustration.
There's circumstances where they might be tying their shoes on the floor and we're unaware of that. We walk into the particular area and lo and behold, they're sitting on the floor. We assume they had a fall or a potential injury by recognizing and assessing in real time what actually did occur. It's reduced probably over 50% of a need for EMS to transport in our community.
I would say the best thing for us for SafelyYou has been our community engagement and awareness with EMS, because they've been thankful that we have cut down on our frequent calls. If we think a resident may have hit their head, we have to call EMS and have them evaluated. And now with SafelyYou, we can quickly get on the video and see that the resident slid to the floor or crawled to the floor, or that they did hit their head and they said they didn't and they need medical evaluation. So it's just having that real information to make better decisions.
Sometimes we have residents that are kneeling on the ground to look under their bed. If a staff member would have walked in to see that without SafelyYou in place, we would have assumed, oh no, this person fell down here. But with SafelyYou in place, we can look and we can see that the individual is actually just looking for something under their bed and maybe is having a hard time getting back up.
We have this safety feature that not only sends immediate response to the room, but it gives us information. We can look back and see things that we never knew before, how the fall occurred, what happened in the fall. So we can use that information, which is so helpful, to make the necessary corrections in that resident's room, with that resident's clothing, etc. Or we just know we saved them going to the ER that night. And that is worth millions to these families.